Welcome to UXL, where you can learn new skills anytime and anywhere. Visit uxl.com to explore our full course selection. This lesson is part of a larger course. Check the video description below for a link to the full course where you can enroll. If you enjoy our content, please like and subscribe. For your convenience, the course cover displayed on your screen provides the complete course title and lesson title. Let's proceed with the lesson. Lesson: Security Controls and System Development Lifecycle SDLC. Security controls are integral to the successful implementation of the system development lifecycle, particularly within the context of governance, risk, and compliance frameworks. The implementation of these controls ensures the protection of information assets and the mitigation of risks throughout the various phases of system development. The SDLC encompasses several stages, including planning, analysis, design, implementation, testing, deployment, and maintenance. Each of these stages requires specific security controls to be integrated to secure the system effectively. During the planning phase, establishing a security policy is crucial. This policy outlines the security requirements and objectives that the system must meet. It also includes a risk assessment to identify potential threats and vulnerabilities. By conducting a thorough risk assessment at this stage, organizations can prioritize security controls based on the identified risks. For example, a study by NIST highlights that incorporating risk assessments early in the SDLC can significantly reduce the cost and complexity of implementing security controls later in the process. In the analysis phase, a detailed requirement analysis is conducted to understand the security needs of the system. This includes identifying the data that needs protection, the potential threats to that data, and the impact of those threats. Security controls such as access controls, encryption, and intrusion detection systems should be identified and planned for during this phase. According to a survey by Ponemon Institute, organizations that integrate security requirements early in the SDLC experience fewer security incidents and breaches. The design phase involves creating a blueprint for the system, including its security architecture. This architecture should incorporate security controls that address the identified threats and vulnerabilities. Security controls during this phase include secure coding practices, input validation, and secure design principles such as least privilege and defense in depth. A study by OWASP indicates that implementing secure design principles during the design phase can prevent up to 80% of common security vulnerabilities. During the implementation phase, the actual coding of the system takes place. Security controls during this phase include secure coding practices, code reviews, and static analysis tools to identify and mitigate security flaws in the code. The importance of secure coding practices is underscored by the fact that 75% of security vulnerabilities are introduced during the coding phase. Code reviews and static analysis tools help identify security issues early in the development process, reducing the risk of vulnerabilities being introduced into the system. The testing phase involves verifying that the security controls implemented during the previous phases are effective. This includes conducting security testing, such as penetration testing, vulnerability scanning, and security audits. According to a report by Verizon, organizations that conduct regular security testing are 50% less likely to experience a data breach. Security testing helps identify any remaining vulnerabilities and ensures that the system meets the security requirements outlined in the planning phase. During the deployment phase, the system is moved from a development environment to a production environment. Security controls during this phase include configuring security settings, applying patches, and conducting final security reviews. A study by Gartner indicates that improper configuration and missing patches are responsible for 60% of security incidents in production environments. Ensuring that security configurations are correct and up-to-date patches are applied can significantly reduce the risk of security incidents. The maintenance phase involves the ongoing monitoring and updating of the system to ensure its continued security. Security controls during this phase include continuous monitoring, incident response, and regular security assessments. Continuous monitoring involves tracking security events and identifying potential threats in real time. Incident response involves having a plan in place to respond to security incidents promptly. Regular security assessments help identify any new vulnerabilities that may have been introduced since the system was deployed. According to a report by ISACA, organizations that conduct regular security assessments and have a robust incident response plan are more resilient to cyber attacks. In conclusion, the implementation of security controls throughout the SDLC is critical to ensuring the security of information systems. Each phase of the SDLC requires specific security controls to address the identified threats and vulnerabilities. By integrating security controls early and throughout the SDLC, organizations can reduce the risk of security incidents and breaches, ensuring the protection of their information assets. The integration of security controls into the SDLC is a best practice that is supported by numerous studies and industry reports, highlighting its importance in the context of governance, risk, and compliance. This concludes the lesson. We trust you found this video informative and engaging. To enroll in the complete course, please use the link provided in the description below. At UXL, we are committed to your learning journey. Each course offers a certificate of completion, online support, and downloadable resource files to enhance your experience. If you found our content valuable, we invite you to like this video and subscribe to our channel. Thank you for joining us, and we look forward to supporting your continued pursuit of knowledge.